Hello, everyone. This is Crusade, and welcome back to another episode of GregTech New Horizons. So I just want to say real quick, the last two episodes, well, technically three, were all recorded in the same weekend. So I haven't had time to go back and basically, go back in the past and re-edit those videos. Um, I recorded ahead, so that is going to happen sometimes, and I will pull comments from random videos if I need to. But today we are going to work on Tinker's Construct. Now, I did say in last video, or in the last video, that I was going to do this on camera. I basically forgot to record it, and then I did record this part, and then I didn't like it. So here we are. We have Tinker's Construct. We got a little bit of brass going, or bronze going on in here, and we just poured ourselves a bronze pickaxe head. So we got a little bit of that going on. And I wanted to upgrade my pickaxe. So we're going to do bronze first, and then I think we're going to go to brass right after. So it requires your pickaxe to be fully repaired, and then you can go to another pickaxe head. I'm pretty sure I can just do that. Yep, and it retains all my stats, which is nice. We still do have one ingot, so what I'm going to do is just throw that into here for now. We don't have a ingot cast for that, so not great. All right, so now we want to make brass, and the reason being, all right, brass. Pretty sure you can make a. Is that the next one? Or is it just copper? Yeah, it is bronze tool head. Okay. Okay. So that is done. We'll take this like dust. Thank you very much. Yeah. So now we have a bronze pickaxe. We're going to throw this in here. Alrighty, guys. So thank you guys for watching. That was a great episode. Today we made a bronze pickaxe. I'm just kidding. We're not ending here. So I did want to solve a solution or solve an issue. Come up with a solution, if I could use my words properly, for an issue that we're having over here. So first things first, this setup is great and all, but there's a couple things. So first things first, we do not have enough steam being made, and we also do not have a buffer. Now, given the tier that we're at now, we're almost at the point where we want to think kind of long-term about LV and getting that production up and ready. So brass, the Bronze Age, which is just your steam and all that, you could kind of think of it as like a long transition into LV itself. Because that's essentially what it is. It's basically a stepper into LV. Now, we don't have access to LV yet, but we do have some things that we could look at, for example. One of the things that we're going to be looking at is the multi-block for building tanks. That is going to be a huge must. We definitely want to get a railcraft tank up and running. The smallest tanks available are 3x4x3, and the biggest are 9x8x9. So that's something important. You can't do a 3x3x3 in this pack like you may see in other packs. So you have to have a minimum of a 4 height tank in order for it to work. I typically won't do that. I typically do 5x5s. That is just my default build size for any and all tanks. So I want to make sure we're kind of respecting that, making that stay the same. So we are going to build out some iron. However, there are one other thing that we want to look at. We're going to want to take a look at some railcraft steam power, and the reason why we're going to want to do that is because of the fact that the steam boilers from this are pretty damn powerful. we can power, I believe, 2 of them with 19 creosote ovens or coke ovens. So we'll need to feed these with a ton of wood to build a bunch of creosote oil, and then we can use the creosote oil to burn in the liquid fuel burner for the steam boiler. And I believe we can power 2 of those at the same time. So I think that's going to be the route that we're going to go for early game. I know it does produce a good amount of pollution, if I'm not mistaken. But there's going to be several things that we need to get going in order to stand that up. And that's going to kind of set our long-term goals for the current Steam age that we're in. So first things first, we're going to need a tree farm. That is the very first important thing to stand up while looking at building up a Steam system, is that you need something to fuel it, and wood would just be the easier choice out of anything. Now, it's not super accessible early game, to my knowledge. I think we would still have to worry about just getting wood up and running in general. But that would be something I'm going to probably look into. Let's see. Yeah, forestry would be the other big thing. Oh, we need stuff for forestry, don't we? Oh, is this it? No, collecting hybrids. Yeah, so we're going to need a grafter, so we can start getting some trees. That is going to be the very, very big first major goal that we're going to want to work towards. But in the meantime, we do need to worry about our Steam production now. So I'm going to go mining off camera. I am going to get a ton of iron so we can start processing that up. And then we're going to possibly look about how we want to reorganize this. Only because we need to think about expandability. We're definitely not going to be able to roll with one water tank. As you can see, we're still collecting water. It's still not full. Since we built it, which is kind of crazy to say, but yeah, we need to really take that into consideration. So yeah, let me go collect some iron, and I will be back. Slight change of plans. Instead of going for the railcraft tank and getting that up and running, we're actually just going to straight up go for steel today. I feel like steel is going to be the most productive thing that we can do, rather than continuing on with more bronze and getting some a steam buffer going. Well, more iron, but I did get the iron, and then I saw the gypsum. I was like, wait a second, I recognize that item. And then I went to steel ingot. I was like, okay, how do we make steel? Well, there's several ways. We can make steel in the smeltery, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is a way. Please don't prove me wrong now. Knowing me, I probably just messed that up. Oh, I saw it. Steel dust. And that can be crafted by... oh yeah, I don't know. We can't do that. You need a bricked blast furnace, and to get to that, it's this right here, and it requires 1,008 clay to get the blast furnace. But I think I know why, and that's because you need 144 clay dust. We also need some calcite dust, which I don't think I have. I'll have to take a look. But the clay dust is super simple for us. We luckily have some terracotta, I believe, or clay. Oops, let me turn that off. Yeah, terracotta. I have a bunch of terracotta up here, so I've just been throwing that into a thingy to get clay dust, and it works. It's not the most efficient thing in the world. Well, actually, it's pretty efficient. It's very quick. But yeah, so I'm going to work towards getting all the items to build that up. And then I think we can possibly look to place it down. So let's get the items. Alrighty, so I finally, after many hours later, have gotten all the stuff that we need to craft the fire bricks. I also upgraded our small little steam setup. Ow. To make sure we have enough steam coming around. So yeah, and this is holding up fine, so I'm not too concerned about it. I do hear a skeleton out here. Bye. Thank you for annoying me. That's what you got. Okay, so I crafted 1 bucket of concrete. So we're going to need to make some fire bricks, and we'll use gypsum dust, which we do have. So we should be able to just do that. And then we have to go back and make the concrete bucket again. And we have to grab water every single time we do this. So it will take a little bit for us to do this. So let's do this. Cool. Oops. We make a concrete bucket first. Oops. That's not it. This one is. And then we can go and do that. All right. And I think the controller needs 1 more. Yeah. I just wanted to craft the controller on here. And then we'll do the rest of this off camera because this is a bit tedious. I'm sure there's probably a faster way of doing this, but this works for now. So we need that, and then we need a wrench. Is it up here? Yeah. So controller. There we go. We have the wrench, or the brick blast furnace. So I'm going to finish making the rest of the blocks for the multi-block, and then we'll come back and place them down. Alrighty, so we are ready to craft the BBF. So to do this, we're going to place down the brick here. And then I believe it is like this. And we put the controller there. And then we do this. I think it stays hollow and open. Yep, looks like we're good to go, right? I think we just need to place fuel in here and get it going. All right, so first things first, we're going to want to make some steel because that is always going to be the first recipe that you want to make in this. So if we just search steel. Oops. Steel. There we go. Steel ingot. You're going to notice that we need steel dust and coal coke. I thought we could just use iron. Sugar coke, that's right. So iron and sugar coke will get us a steel ingot or coal coke. So you could use either or cactus coke. So we have some options here. I think we have some coke ready. If I'm not ready, or if I'm not mistaken, might be in here. Could have sworn we had some still. Might be wrong on that one. All right. I guess we're gonna make some. So we'll get some going real quick, and then we'll use it for getting some steel. Let's see. Steel. We're gonna use the sugar coke one. So you need 8 and for 1 ingot, which is not too bad. This does go relatively quickly. Do we have iron? Yes, we do. So we're gonna want to get 8 first, and then This is going to take a little bit, so let me grab some more sugarcane. And just like that, we got steel. I was just sitting over there and I saw the little notification go off. But yeah, so we have steel now. And that is a big piece of our journey on this pack. So we do need to get 8 of it, so it's going to take quite a while for that to process. And I'm also getting coal coke going instead because it just avoids the double process. Well, it's a faster double process than the sugarcane, so I think we are trending in the right direction here. And, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I do really want to kind of make this base a bit bigger. So I think off camera what I'm going to do is start to open up this area quite a bit. I want to raise the ceiling by at least 2 to 3, and then really just open up the insides of this mountain. I think it'd be kind of a cool first base to kind of just build out in. I know it's not optimal because we are going to have stuff that we need to get access to, but I think I really am fine with just living in the side of this mountain. Off camera, I am going to be searching for a village, so that's going to be another thing I'm going to work on. But we definitely need to get some more progress on our technology. And there we go, we got blast off. So that is a pretty major quest for us because it does unlock a lot of things. And yes, I did start mining out the base. I couldn't wait. I was like, I'm gonna sit here and be waiting for a little bit. I actually had steel from another quest, it looks like. I don't know where I exactly got it from, but alright, so we can claim this. We'll take iron ore. Actually, we'll take lily pad. Why not? Let's see here. Oh, cool sandwich. We got some compressed air cells. I don't think it's going to be super helpful right away. Just going to throw those over there for now. Okay. So we got blast off done, which means that we now have access to obsidianite. Now, obsidianite is interesting because obsidianite requires obsidian to craft. So if we get I need, here we go. So we need obsidian dust, which is going to be the hard part. It's upgrade time. Unlock redstone obsidian level for your different tools. Remember, a fresh tool head starts at 1 level below, so you'll need to use it enough to level it up before you can mine the proper level. Oh, okay. So actually, this kind of makes sense to go do now. Yeah. All right, so let's do the steel quest then for that. We are going to need some brass, and I think we only have 1 brass ingot left. And the reason why we need it is we need, let's see, pickaxe head, which we have. Whoops. Sword blade, I believe is the next one. Whoops. Yeah, sword blade. We need a axe head and shovel head. Don't have an axe head and we don't have a shovel head. So let's make those now. Luckily I did leave some cobblestone in here. So there's a shovel head and axe head. And we're going to need to make some brass, which is just copper and zinc. I don't think we have enough copper for it. Oh, we do. Should be 3 copper and 1 zinc, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's throw that in here. Whoops. Not yet. Yeah, that's what we want. And then we're going to want to throw that on there. And any second, this should flip over. I did actually throw some more upgrades on this, so we now have 3 stacks of redstone on here, which is very nice. Very, very, very nice. We do need to repair this before we use it, or use it to get upgrades. I should have bronze. Do I not have any more bronze here? Really? Alright, so it looks like I'm making more bronze then after this. Yeah, so we're going to need to make some bronze. I will be back once we have everything. Okay, so we're just waiting for the steel to smelt down. And I threw 4 ingots in there, so it should be enough, hopefully. Let's see. Okay. So we should be able to do that. Oh, nice. We get a slight bump on the speed, too. So we do need to level that up. And it's about time that we upgrade our shovel and axe and all that, because it's been pretty slow, or pretty long since, a pretty long time since we've upgraded these. And we get a nice little bump on our sword, too. So nothing to really complain about here. Oh, it wants you to craft 2 of those. Nice. I can grab 2 more. That's fine. And then we'll actually get some good amount of coins out of this. So yeah, I'm going to hand in this task, and then we'll talk about what's next after. Okay, so I handed in the quest, and taking a look at the options, I saw that the slime tool rod was available, so I took it because now it's going to double essentially the durability of this pickaxe, which is fantastic. So we got that, and now we have the other 2 upgrades that we could do real quick. So let's. Oh, we need to repair that, and we need to repair both of them. I think I threw in some iron. Yep. And we have a piece of flint in our inventory. And words are just very hard today. Okay. Whoops, that is not it. This. Cool. We do need bronze for that, but that's not an issue. So let's upgrade that. And upgrade you. So that is good. And then we need to repair this with bronze. That shouldn't be too hard. That's brass. Whoops. Bronze should only be 1 piece. And then we can throw that on there. And looks like it was just a durability bump, which is fine. Cool. Alrighty, so I think we're going to end it off here. I was going to continue, but I think like what I have would be good for another video, because this is going to get moved, and I want to rework this a little bit, and obviously up the space up a bit, just to give us a little bit more room, because we're going to have a bunch of multi-blocks at some point. And I also want to start looking at what we can decorate with, just to make our lives a little bit better, brighten it up, make it not so monotone. But yeah, so that will do it for me here. And on our last video, which was actually 2 episodes ago, I didn't get any comments on the last video, but this one I haven't responded to yet. Kitty Loves You said, make some stairs up to your base, wasting a lot of hunger even if you plan to move in the future. I did reply to it, and I said, I'll look into this, though wouldn't having the hunger cycle more cause me to passively gain more hearts over time? Either way, it is annoying me jumping up the side of the mountain, LMAO. Kitty Loves You replied, I mean, yes, but you can't also be farming 24/7, so food will eventually become an issue based on how much hunger you spend just going up the hill. LOL. I definitely agree. And basically, um, I did think about it, and the thing is like it is really helping me grab more hearts over time. Like if we take a look, where's the book for it? Oh no, did I lose the book? I hope not. There's a book and quill. There's a questing book. Where's the book for it? Is it over here? Ah, it is. For journal. We've gained 4 bonus hearts already, which is like not a lot, but it's more than nothing. So I want to keep this going. I think once we get up to about 10 hearts, then I'll probably stop doing the jumping up the stairs. But we're also getting close to, actually, I don't even think we're close to a jetpack anytime soon. So I'm going to bite my tongue there and say, yeah, I think the stairs might be something we'll look into in the long run. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you subscribe and like, and definitely leave a comment below. I'm always open to hearing everybody's feedback, and I like, responding to them in the video. Gives me something to think about and puts me on the spot a little bit, which I like. I mean, it's definitely interesting. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.